Over the past 18 years or so, you've been written about and analyzed and criticized and second-guessed and worshipped and idolized by many. There was that fellow back in Greenwich Village who went through your garbage. As time goes on, does it ever get easier being Bob Dylan?
Well, it's easy being Bob Dylan. It's just being, trying to live up to what people would want Bob Dylan to do. That may be difficult. But it's not really that difficult.
More than once you've been referred to as a legend. I mean, you're aware of that fact, whatever that word may mean. Is it difficult living up to those expectations? Is it something you learn to live with, or is it a burden sometimes?
Well, the things I've done in the past, which would lead up to that, some of those things I do, and I still do, and some things I don't do. So, as long as I keep it straight in my mind who I am and not get that confused with who I'm supposed to be, I think I'll be all right.
You've said in the past that the songs are already there. I think Woody Guthrie may have said that too, and that your job is to put them down on paper. Is that to say that writing your songs come easily?
Yeah, the best ones come real easy.
Do you ever find yourself pondering the phrasing of a line for an hour or so?
Mm-hmm.
But hundreds of analysis of your songs over the years, you're aware of that. Do any of your songs mean something totally different now than maybe they did when you wrote them originally? Or does the meaning remain the same?
The meaning stays the same. They don't change. I may change in the, some bring out certain parts of them that maybe not so evident years ago as maybe more evident to me now, but they don't change.
Last night, for example, on Simple Twist of Fate, you did some different lyrics in there. If you change lyrics in songs, is it spontaneous or is it planned out?
See, that particular song was recorded, I think, 2 times. And one time it had one set of lyrics and then another had another set of lyrics, but the difference in the lyrics wasn't that, detrimental to the meaning of the song on that particular song. I may sing some one night and another night, depending on what's comes to my mind at the time.
But the gist of the song is exactly the same. Does it bother you when people try to pick apart your lyrics, or should they be satisfied with it meaning to them whatever they would like it to mean to them, as opposed to what it is you mean?
Yeah, I think so. I think someplace there's a road there that what I intend it to mean, and what they think it means probably means something in the middle there, something, part of both.
Doing the older songs that you do they mean something different in 1980? Does Blowin' in the Wind mean something different in 1980 than it meant in 1962?
No, it's no different. I think it means the same thing. Yeah.
Your career has been marked by many changes. How much do you concern yourself about how quickly people will accept your changes?
Well, you just hope for the best. You just hope people will come and see you, and if they don't come and see you, then I guess it's time to stop.
Some critics have not been kind as a result of the past 2 albums because of the religious content. Does that surprise you?
Well,
for example, they have said, some have said that you're proselytizing. Is Jesus Christ the answer for all of us in your mind?
Yeah, I would say that. In order to, what we're talking about is the nature of God, and I think you have to, in order to go to God, have to go through Jesus. Yeah, you have to understand that. You have to have an experience with that.
Would you like to have us come away from your shows, hopefully thinking more deeply in that direction?
Oh boy, I don't know. I don't get into what people feel as they leave the shows.
You're not preaching to us.
No, I'm not. I could do a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but right now I'm just content to play these shows. I don't have This is a stage show we're doing. It's not a salvation ceremony.
So first saw you on the Les Crane show back in, it must have been 1964 or so. You did Baby Blue and It's All Right, Mom. Since then, you've only done TV a couple of times. Johnny Cash, the John Hammond PBS tribute, and one other. Do you have any interest in being exposed on the tube at all?
No, I really don't. I don't like, really, it seems funny for me to say, I don't really care for the bright lights that much.
As far as interviews, too, you haven't done that many interviews over the years. So reason for that, necessarily?
No particular reason.
Pennebaker's film, the Cinema Verite documentary of kind of a day in the life of Bob Dylan called Don't Look Back is a great film, I think, and it's very seldom shown. Do you have any rights to that film at all?
I don't know what the situation with that film is.
Because I know it was shown once at a Pennebaker Film Festival, and other than that, first run back in whatever year it came out, and since then it hasn't been shown at all.
I don't know much about that.
When you listen to current music, are you influenced at all by what you hear? Do current trends concern you at all?
Yeah, current trends, not so much. The songwriters that I admire, but
you've always done your own thing. Back when the Beatles did Sgt. Pepper and the Stones did Satanic Majesties, you came out with John Wesley Harding, which was totally against the grain of the psychedelic.
Yeah, I wasn't going that direction of that type of never was. I try to keep my music simple.
Your albums are a little more produced these days than they used to be.
If that's what you call it.
Do you still use the same recording technique?
Oh, I'd say over the course of a year, maybe a period of 6 days in the studio. That's probably it. If I can make a record in 6 days,
and that's the way it's always been, too, basically. Mm-hmm. How involved do you get personally with the day-to-day business activities of your records and concerts?
Not too much. Not too deep.
Are you aware of radio stations and whether they're playing?
I listen to the radio, of course, but sometime, and try to pick up different stations in different towns.
We heard that you heard a cut from Saved on a Minnesota radio station and didn't...
St. Paul radio station.
Didn't care for the mix and wanted to...
I see you just left it there, and the mix was mixed wrong or something. I don't know. It didn't sound right to me anyway, so I don't know. I must have told somebody at that time who was working on the album. I know I didn't really say anything to the record company about it, but some people told me that they saw it in the press, that I'd said something about it, but I don't recall really making too much of a fuss over it.
You realize that almost anything you say will be made a fuss over because you're saying.
If you say it to the right people, it will, yeah.